So I've let this sit seriously for like 10 minutes, and I feel like my Elmer's glue is taking forever to dry because it should be clear once it dries. But give it some time, really. The nice thing about doing this at home is you don't have to get it done in a class period or before the bell rings, and so you can let it sit there and dry. I'm going to be real careful with it yet, uh, but I think it's holding fairly well. So now I'm going to show you how to glue the last couple things. You got your air scoop, okay? And your air scoop, a little hard to see with the fancy stuff from the cereal box, but this side right here, that is the 1/8 inch. This is the 3/8. If you look at your plan here, it shows you a side view. It's called an orthographic view of, it shows the dashed line there, okay? It goes so that the 1/8 inch line goes towards the front or the 1/8 inch fold. So it angles this way. It fits right in there like that, so that the gap in the front, I can show this to you, is smaller than the gap back here. So once again, it should be at the same angle as this back part. Okay, this is angled this way, this is angled this way, so that the air, when we flip this over, the air is deflected downward. So now what we're going to do is glue in the skimmer. So I'm going to take my glue stick again, I think, and on the outside edges of the air scoop, I'm going to rub a bunch of glue stick on both edges. And notice I dry fit it first. Make sure it fits right before you put glue on. And if it doesn't fit right, you might have to finagle your folds just a little bit to get it to fit a little better. Now, making sure I put the 1/8 inch to the front, I want to get it down all the way. And then I can squeeze this in on it a little bit. And yeah, I'm kind of squeezing it down there. Okay, getting it pushed in, and I'm just gonna hold that for a while. I'll tell you what wants to happen. This has a tendency to slide up. Make sure you keep it down so it's touching the main body panel. And then I'm going to hold this for a while, so I will pause it while I hold this. So that's pretty good. I let this sit for a while. I held it for a while, then I let it sit. I'm still going to be really careful with it. You want to be really careful with these all the time, but especially while the glue's drying. I still feel, excuse me, like my Elmer's glue back here isn't completely dry, so I'm going to be really careful when I glue on the fins. So now I'm going to flip this over so it's right side up. Now, my fins are going to go on the back, glued on here just like this. Now, if I want to be fancy, maybe I want to put my cereal box decorations to the outside on both. They're going to line up with the bottom and the back. And so I'm going to take my glue stick, smear it along the bottom here. Okay, right there. Hold it to here. If my fin flops in a little bit, right now I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to fix that by folding that a little bit better after my glue dries on my main body panel. So I got that fin on. This one's going to go like this. Okay. A lot of times kids glue them backwards and they have the slope to the back. The 45-degree angle should be towards the front of your skimmer. I'm going to put glue on this part. Line up with the back, line up with the bottom. Push it in there. Being real careful I don't lose my other glue. And I am going to let that sit. So believe me, before you do anything else, let that sit and dry for a good amount of time. And your skimmer is ready to skim once it's dry, but don't try it yet because I'm going to show you on the next video.